My name is Yasmine Okujoto. I am a sickle strong warrior. This is the diary of a sickle strong warrior.
Yasmine Okujoto, a sickle strong warrior, has fought many battles. Physical, emotional, spiritual. She has fought sickle crisis when her red blood cells had gone dangerously low. She had stumbled in life but was determined to stand straight and had fought her way back to life.
Life for anyone is not easy, but life with sickle cell, it's even more difficult. I can't begin to tell you how many times sickle cell has kicked my butt, but each time I have gotten up, dusted myself, moved on with life. I don't remember I have sickle cell until I'm in crisis. A lot of the time I do forget. And I do forget because I'm an active person. I don't let sickle cell define me. Dyslexia doesn't define who I am, neither does sickle cell. I remember there was a time I was about, I think it was my 18th birthday, I think it was. And I desperately, no, actually, the first birthday was my 10th birthday party. We planned everything. Everything was planned. And I was so interested, I was so excited. And guess what? A few days to my birthday, I was admitted in hospital. I was devastated because I had never had a party before in my life. And I looked forward to that party so much. And then crisis hit and I was in hospital. And I remember my pink dress, the birthday cake, the drink. My mom moved everything to the hospital and I had my party in hospital. So the fact that I had a sickling crisis did not stop the party. It wasn't with the people I wanted, but it was with the other kids on admission at the children's ward in hospital. So I think that's one of the things that made me resilient, made me, every time I fall up, I get up. And because, I mean, that party, I looked forward to that party and my mom could have just canceled the party, but she made sure that I still had the party I wanted, not with the people that I wanted to have it, but the people in hospital. And in doing so, it taught me one thing. From that young age, I knew that whenever sickle cell kicked my butt, it was important for me to improvise. So there was once I had a very, very important Skype meeting. The meeting was very important and I was on admission in hospital. So what did I do? I wore my suit, made sure that the drip stand was not in view of my laptop, and I had the meeting. And a month later, after I had delivered the project, and I said, the last time I was talking to you on Skype meeting, I was actually in hospital. I was like, no, that's a lie. I said, no, I was on admission. And that is something that, it's something that I always do. When sickle cell, if I have something that I need to do, is either I make sure that sickle cell doesn't affect it directly. One other incident, I think it was my daughter's second birthday. 2016, I was in hospital. I forced them to discharge me on the 2nd of March. And my daughter's birthday was the 4th of March. So I got discharged, rested one day, make sure I had everything planned, and her birthday was supposed to be held in school. And it was sports day. So we had a party for her in school, sang happy 2nd birthday and everything. And then as I got up to leave, I passed out totally. I can never forget the sound of her voice because she screamed, "Mommy!" You know, all I kept on thinking, when I hit the floor, all I kept on thinking was somebody grab my child and protect her from seeing this. And when I came to, she was so scared and so terrified that by the time we got home, she was running a temperature because she got scared. This is me landing on the floor. But as soon as I got up and I sat down, the first thing I asked was for them to put her on my lap so that she's secured in knowing that her mommy is okay. So whatever adversity, whatever disability, whatever you're going through, just put your faith in whatever you believe in. For me, one of the things that keeps me going is my faith in Islam. And one of the things that helps me when I am going through despair, when I am going through pains, when I am confused, I am tired, I have reached rock bottom, and I start reciting the Quran. And one of the verses that I recite most, my sister says is my national anthem. She's always laughing at me. I'm always like, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ara'ayta allazi yukazzibu bid-din, fazalika alladhi yadu'ul yatim, wala yahuzzu ala ta'amil miskin, fawailul lil muswallin, allazina hum an salatihim sa'un, allazina hum yura'un, wa yamna'una lima'un. And no matter what I'm going through, no matter the pain, no matter the heartache, as soon as I start reciting this over and over and over again, I feel uplifted, and the sadness, the sorrow, the pain, it all kind of melts away. So it is essential for you to have a faith, a belief system, whatever you believe in, be it Christianity, be it Islam, whatever you believe in, just at that lowest point in your life, at the time where you have hit rock bottom, at the time when everything seems like it's the end. So for me, my faith, my belief is in Allah, because He's the one that has seen me through every stage in my life, from choosing my mother, to giving me sickle cell, to giving me the will and the strength to handle sickle cell. So it's important for you to have faith. And it's important for me, the Quran is my friend. Anytime I'm going through, you see me, wherever I go, it's in my bag, it's in my car, my tasbih, wherever I am. With sickle cell, sometimes you don't know when the crisis will hit. And there are times when I've been in town and I've gone into crisis, and from town I've had to go to hospital, or from work I've got to go to hospital. And the first thing I always ask for is the Quran, every time. And even when I'm home and I go into crisis and they're packing my bags, because most times I can't move, I can't walk when sickle cell hits. Sometimes I've passed out, and everybody in my household knows what to pack. And they may forget to pack my toothbrush, they may forget to pack a particular dress or my bed sheet, but one thing they never forget is the Quran, because they know me. They know that as soon as the painkillers have cleared, as soon as I'm able to lift my hand, the first thing I would ask for is the Quran. So it is important for you to have that faith. Sometimes sickle cell, as I said, sickle cell can take so much from you. Sickle cell has taken the man I loved. Sickle cell has taken the children I could have had, or the relationships that I could have had. I'm a single mother by choice, because most of the guys that I have actually liked, most of the guys that I feel that could have worked for me, had the wrong type of genotype, so AS. So, sickle cell does that a lot. I see people who come to me and they'll say, oh, Yasmine, well, I'm AS, he's AS, and what do we do? There's no yes or no answer. As I always say, that I can just tell you how the things that sickle cell has done to me. Sickle cell has taken jobs. I remember there was once I got a job offer to build a hotel in Akwa Ibom. And I was supposed to write the proposal. I wrote the proposal. It was when the government of Ghana was being sworn in, so it was by some important people. They wanted me, they had seen my work, and they wanted me to come and build a hotel, so they gave me the land size. And I was supposed to get an architect to come and build this hotel. I wrote the business plan, the business proposal, everything on the last day before these dignitaries were supposed to go back to Nigeria. Last day, I got a crisis in the middle of the night. And I had to call reception, and they didn't even know who had given me the job, so they had to knock on 11 doors to find out who had kept me in that room. I could see the look on this woman's face, like, see this yaya girl, some big man has kept her in the hotel, concubine, she's now sick. Little did they know that I was busy writing a proposal, and they had to call an ambulance. I felt really embarrassed because they've heard about this hotshot hospitality consultant, CEO of her own company, and here I was reduced to tears. I mean, I was crying because the pain was so bad. And I remember when the pain started, I just felt like, okay, let me just see if I can just take my medication. And I was praying. I was like, Allah, please, don't let this be a full-blown crisis. This cannot be a full-blown crisis. But it was. And the ambulance had to take me. And then I went into hospital. And I remember the man called me whilst I was in hospital to say, oh, how is everything? I said, everything is fine, I'm okay now. So as soon as I'm out of hospital, I'll call you so that we can do the project. He said, no problem, no problem. He never picked up my calls again. I mean, he was terrified. He was terrified.
Chronicled by frequent trips to the emergency rooms and pain medication, sickle cell doesn't define Yasmine. Her resilience and resourceful spirit has made her improvise amidst life-threatening crisis. For her, it will take more than sickle cell to put her down.
Another incident I remember, I went on a date. It was the first date with a guy. You know, we were both super excited. We had been talking for a while, and then we went on this date. And, you know, as we were eating, crisis started coming. And I thought, okay, let me style it out. I tried. Every bite, the pain was hitting, and I kept on trying. So finally, I said, please, Oga, you need to drive me to a hospital. He said, what's the matter? I said, well, I have a sickle cell crisis. And one of the things I do is, from the very first day I meet you, I don't hide it. I'll tell you, I have a condition. It's called sickle cell anemia. What's your genotype? So when you ask me, what's your name? I'll ask you, do you like me? I say, kind of. What's your genotype? What's your name? I don't even give my name. What's your genotype? You know, and sometimes it drives people away because they are thinking, we're just asking her name. She's talking about genotype. And so on the date, when it started, I said, well, we have to go. I have to go into hospital. You have to take me to the hospital. And he was like, what's going on? I said, well, I'm in sickle cell crisis. So here he was driving, and as he was driving, I was going, and every pothole, I was screaming louder and louder. Every pothole. We got to the hospital, he settled me in. I never heard from him again. I mean, you can imagine if this was your son, or even if this was you as a man, and you've taken a girl out on a date, and then the thought, I think all he was thinking was, please don't die in my car. Just let me gingerly drop you off at the hospital. And it was funny. At that particular moment, I was upset. I was like, well, why? Why is sickle cell doing this to me? But actually, what was happening was Allah was showing me basically that this is not the man for me. This is not the man for me. And I can numerous times. I mean, there are numerous times that sickle cell, I'll feel like, this sickle cell self. Why now? Why? So as this guy walked out of the hospital room, literally, I knew I wasn't going to hear from him again. And at that point, I was devastated because I kind of really liked him and he was AA. But what I didn't realize was God was taking somebody out of my life that he was not meant for me. He wasn't mine. So there was no point in me dwelling on the fact that he couldn't deal with one sickle cell crisis. Everything I've said so far is to encourage you, every single person going through something, be it sickle cell, be it any other disability, be it challenges. Don't let it define you. Don't let it stop you. Don't let it clip your wings. If you're determined enough and if you have faith in the Almighty Allah, you will soar. All you need is to have faith. Don't let despair, don't let pain, don't let disability take over your life. Live your life to the fullest. If I can do it with all the challenges, is sickle cell, dyslexia, name it. I have been through a depression, suicidal thoughts. I have been through it, but I never let it define me. So don't let it define you. Make sure that you pray, put your faith in Allah. So get up and move. I hope I've been able to inspire you with my story with sickle cell.
Irrespective of her experiences, sickle cell or no sickle cell, Yasmine chests out smiling as she rises from all adversities.
My name is Yasmine Ponle Okujoto, and I am a sickle strong warrior.
If you have been inspired by this story, or you want to share your own story as well, send us a message on info@aleeftv.com.